All right, hey, what's up, guys? It's Jamie. I'm almost home. A short day today. I stopped at a place in Burlington. It's called Kebabs. Check it out. It's a pretty good place if you're ever in the area. They have good Middle Eastern food, kafta, shawarma, za'atar. Just some nice stuff there. What else did I got over there? Fattoush salad. Anyway, I did a video yesterday talking about Tesla, and I actually, whenever I post about Tesla, regardless of who else stumbles in there, I get a lot of feedback. Tesla is something that a lot of people search in general. And what I wanted to just mention was I wanted to get in a real estate thing before I got home, because I thought it was important. Somebody had commented, I don't remember his or her whole name, but it was Alaska in the comments of yesterday's video. Made a few comments about, hey, the market is overinflated, talking about the housing market. And, how can you expect in 7 years to 10x your money on a property? And, good comment. I try to respond to everyone. But what I want to point out is this. I'm a bull on Tesla. I'm bullish on Tesla. I will continue to buy shares long term, as well as just flip shares and covered calls and stuff like that. With Tesla, I love Tesla, but I think I was just trying to humbly point out, maybe not a mistake, but something that happened to me, just in comparison and reference. Just no BS. Just like, here's what happened. I want you to see the good and the bad of life. And if you're a trader, like I'm a swing trader mostly, with stocks, and then I invest long term. But I'm just like, I really enjoy that stuff. So, if you buy a piece of real estate, you're either buying it to invest in it long term, maybe, or you're going to flip it, fix it up and flip it. Maybe you're going to live in it as a primary residence. So I am no master real estate investor. I talked about my first property, which was just a place where I wanted to flip cars and clean them and store them, and I bought that in New Bedford, but that's a whole nother story. I had already covered this, and I made some money accidentally with that. I was like, oh wow, I'm renting out spaces, I'm covering my rent, I'm here for free, I'm making a little extra money. The property appreciated, so I was like, that's pretty good. And I was able to pull money out of that property that somebody else was paying for. That was the first lesson I personally learned about real estate investing. So if I buy a property in Boston, which, if you're not from here, if you're not from this area, and you don't know that the Boston area is a very good market. It's a really good market. There's a lot of people that want to live here. There's a lot of people that come here. They want to get jobs. There's a lot of cultures, good food, a lot of things happening here. There's people that come from all over the world to go to school here, and to visit, tourism and stuff. The weather is not the best. I mean, you get different seasons. I personally like that, but it's not for everybody. But when it comes to real estate, I think wherever you invest, regardless of what level you're on, you might invest in a property, and that property will appreciate more than another area, right? If this property that I'm at now, which is currently our primary residence, we purchased a larger property, understanding that we could rent out a split level, make it two places to rent out, and one apartment will almost basically cover the mortgage, and we could easily add a third. It's got enough square footage and space to do a third, even a fourth if we wanted to, but definitely two no problem, and easily a third, and lots of potential. So this property has gone up. We bought it for, let's say, 6, and we could probably sell it if we wanted to, or if we had it appraised in the current market, and we're going to pull some money out like a HELOC on a primary residence. But you can do that in investment properties too. And I'm not bragging. I'm giving you an example. This property is appreciated quite a bit. It's gone up like probably 400,000 in the past 5 years, and a lot of that has to do with the pandemic stuff, right? Making the real estate jump up, right? But there's houses. I mean, I don't know if you can see behind me. There's a house right behind me, being built, and my prediction is it'll go for 700,000 or 800,000. There's a house up the street that just got built. It's probably gonna be around 1.2 to 1.5 million. There's another house that just sold that just got built, was 1.2. Like, so I'm looking at all the signs. Like, there's houses going up everywhere. I see condominiumplex, big apartment buildings. So if it's not slowing down, yes, it may cool down a bit, but people keep coming, people keep buying, people keep building, because there's a need. There's a housing shortage for affordable housing. I'm not at the point where I'm getting into 40 unit, 100 unit condos, but I hope that I have time. I hope I'm able to do that, because I think that's where the bigger money is. I think that's where the life-changing things kind of happen, because now you have 40, 100 units, and if you can figure that out, how to manage that, property manage it, and have the right staff, how to do the numbers right, you won't lose the property. It's going to appreciate. Those people are going to pay the debt, even if you have vacancy, and you're going to make money, a lot more money than just a couple $100 or even a couple $1,000 on some of these other properties. So I look at it that way. That's how I look at it. If I buy a property in Boston, it's kind of like the property here. It'll be a split level with the ability, if I really wanted to build apartment, condos, I could, because that's what's going up all around it, everywhere. And each condo is renting out easily for $3,000 to $4,000. So I don't want to do that, because I told the people that's not why I'm buying it. That is not my intent. And I think when you keep your word, it goes a long way. So I could just rehab it for shorter money instead of spending $1 to $2 million building a new building, and I could rent it out for probably $6,000 or $7,000 upstairs and downstairs, and I have plenty of room in the back to do some Toro stuff, which is something I'm now doing, pursuing as well. I'm always trying to add value to our revenue streams, the things that I do, and I try to make the money work for me. So the real estate comment was really just saying that, no, I don't think it's going to 10x. No. But I will cash flow from a property, from a Tesla stock, a share, or any share of any company, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. Maybe you get dividends. Maybe you sell covered calls, is what I was saying. But it's tough to make money every month from your investment in a stock, right? Like, you're hoping the company will keep going up. So just like Tesla has, I'm using Tesla as an example. Tesla is building factories. They have the FSD that hopefully will get developed. They have the Optimus, the robot, right? They have the AI stuff. They have Starlink. They have a lot of different products and services that they offer, and I think they're going to continue to be very successful. I think it's one of the best companies to invest in, right? Especially if you're 20 or 30 years old, long term. But in the same token, there's certain markets where I see the real estate, regardless if it's a bit over inflated or whatever, they're still building these apartment complexes and these houses nonstop. They're going up everywhere. So there's still an opportunity there as well. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Just have a little diversity, Look at, don't maybe not have all your eggs in one basket is probably a good practice. And that's all I was saying. All right. That's all I wanted to talk about. I'll see you guys next video. This is the house behind me, by the way. I'll show it to you. Okay. They put that up in like 2 weeks. Not even a week, and the roof was like a day. All right, bye, guys.